What up, y'all? It's your man Wayne Train back with another joint. And I've been seeing a lot of people talking about switching from their iPhone or any other, whatever iPhone you're using, to a Z Fold or a Z Flip 3. And while that may seem cool and everything, I don't know yet. I'm not sure yet. And I kind of want to give you guys a few reasons why I believe some Apple users should just stay exactly where you are. Don't move. So let's go ahead and get into it. One of the first reasons I want to give you guys as to why I believe some of you Apple users should stay where you're at with Apple is unproven hardware. Now, for the purposes of this video, I don't have a Z Fold 3 or Z Flip 3 in hand. I do have a Z Flip 3 on the way, and I am a prior Z Fold 2 user, so I do have some knowledge and some expertise or experience using Samsung specific foldable devices. But for this purposes of this video, I will be using my Surface Duo in place of the Z Fold 3 and my my Razer 5G in place of the Z Flip 3. So like I said, unproven hardware. Now, I'll take it to the Z Flip 3 for this one. The hinge is one of those areas that is still up for debate, or still, there's still a word out on whether it could last the length of time. There are people that have complained about, at least for the Razer, and I'm not talking about the Razer specifically in this video, but some creaking and such like that. And even with the Z Flip 3, it does not carry a full, water resistance rating that you would get like on your iPhone devices. So you still get, it doesn't have a dust rating. So it's not recommended to use around dust. And more importantly, though, is the longevity of the hardware. We're not sure exactly how long these things can be, folded, open, close, and all that. They have a rating and whatnot, but that's just machinery. We don't know exactly what that can do or what that means in the real world. But that alone, for a lot of people, can be a deal breaker, just not having any certainty of whether your device can withstand the long haul. Reason number 2, no more Apple support. Apple support is actually a pretty underrated thing. Being able to basically just open up your phone, go to your app, schedule an appointment with the Genius Bar, go into a physical store, get something, repaired or fixed or sent in, or buy a product, any of that stuff. If you need some accessories, you don't have to go online. Everything is usually found at the store. That's a luxury that Samsung devices don't have. There is no store that is specific to any, speaking more about the Z Fold or the Z Flip 3 devices, but Samsung in general, there's none of that. And if you leave Apple, you're going to leave a lot of that too. And while there is some support, on the side of the Samsungs, there's the concierge service or whatever for the Z line specifically. It pales in comparison to being able to go to a physical store and get help with a device. And if you're talking about something like a folding phone, I would like to have support for this thing at all times, at any way possible. If you don't have Apple, that's something that's an underrated thing that I think a lot of users would miss. So no more Apple support, as well as no ecosystem. Reason number 3, app compatibility. Now, what I mean by that, speaking more specifically to the Z Fold 3, because there's a lot of, apps that just kind of act weird depending on the situation with the app itself. Some apps just don't support the Z Fold 3's tablet mode. And if they do, they don't always go into the specific, aspect ratio that they're supposed to. A lot of times it'll just be blown up versions of the mobile version. It'll be just a slim, narrow app that would emulate this. So it'd be basically just like the app, just right here, with black bars along the side. And to be fair, this is something that Apple users are typically used to if you're using an iPad. A lot of iPads don't support, or a lot of apps don't convert over well to the iPad from an iPhone. So, you may be used to that, but just being fair, speaking about the Z Fold 3, if that's something, if you want a phone that just doesn't have those issues, because that doesn't really happen on the iPhone, you're probably going to run into that here and there. And sometimes it can be really annoying. For me, I know when I open up my Z Fold, when I was opening up my Z Fold 2, sometimes my YouTube music wasn't opening in the right aspect ratio, or some of my favorite apps just wasn't acting right whenever I'd open it up or switch to the front screen. And it's just, it's dope software and dope hardware and everything, but a lot of times it's just a lot of cumbersome things. And taking that into the last reason, the phone itself just being kind of cumbersome. Opening it up all the time and whenever you want to use the tablet mode, you have to open it up. It's not a one-handed device whatsoever. It's just not the kind of device that can be used in every situation in the way that an iPhone can be. That's just being real. It's a give and take. You can love these foldables all you want, but there's something about being able to take a device out of your pocket and just go. You don't have to do all this and then do something to action. Like there's just something to that. When you're driving, even though you're not supposed to be driving and texting or whatever, for the people that do like to live on the edge, driving and texting on a foldable is kind of done. Unless you use it on the front screen, you're fine or something like that. But if we're talking about being able to use all of the features that you can do on that phone, that's something that you have to be in a specific place in order to do that. With an iPhone, any of the other phones, you can do your features, you can do everything you need to do more times than not everywhere, and usually no problem. So having a foldable is pretty cool, but just there's always something to being able to just have a nice, easy slab phone and, just keep it going. But me, man, I don't have any loyalty to any of this stuff. I personally like it all. And, if you are the kind of person that just wants to jump into that, that space, I'll probably check one of these videos or check this video out over here. You might like it. And yeah, man. It's your man Wayne Train. I would appreciate it if you got this far. Hit the like, subscribe, if you liked it as well. And it's your man Wayne Train. I'm out.